Section 7.2 is all about the Louisiana Purchase. I could have put this in the middle of the Thomas Jefferson recording, but I wanted to talk more in detail about it, so that is why it's a recording off on its own. In 1801, the United States is looking for expansion. They're going to look into expanding into new areas. The Federalists are looking at Europe to see what kind of influences they can have there, although the Federalist Party is in decline. Jefferson is looking at the new Northwest Territory in the west. That's the area above the Ohio River Valley and east of the Mississippi River. The land gained after the American Revolution. He urges the reduction in land costs so that more individuals can move out west into that area. He's going to send Robert Livingston in 1801 to buy New Orleans for $10 million. And in the beginning, he has some issues. France really is pushing back. They don't want to sell New Orleans. After discovering the transfer of Louisiana back to France from Spain, the United States is really looking to, especially the Federalists, to keep France at bay. So in 1803, since Robert Livingston isn't doing so well in France, he's going to send James Monroe to France to help Robert Livingston. Now, the Louisiana Purchase is all this area in green, you can see here. And the French Foreign Minister, George Talleyrand, is going to oppose selling New Orleans or any of the Louisiana Territory, because this would end the French Empire that the French want to have at that time in the Americas. Napoleon will lose control of Haiti. There will be the Haitian Revolution led by Toussaint Louverture. And without Haiti, which is their biggest sugar producing island, they don't have much control in the Caribbean. So Napoleon says, let's just cut it all out. We'll sell it all. And once they gain Europe, they'll just come to the Americas and take over there. On April 10th, 1803, Napoleon told the foreign minister to sell it all at a price of $15 million. So that's just $5 million more than just New Orleans itself. So if you really look at all of this green area, you can see that's $5 million for all of that. It's going to double the size of that of the country. 875,000 square miles. That's 579,402,880 acres. This would earn over $1 million once all is sold. And that's just $1 million then in 1803. It would be huge amounts of money today. Jefferson is not sure that it was constitutional for a president to purchase all of that land. But since Robert Livingston kind of did it on his own, once Napoleon offers the land, Robert Livingston immediately jumps on that. He signs the agreement just days before James Monroe is to get there. And so once it is presented to Jefferson, he decides, well, he's got to accept it. There's not much more he can do now. The money's been transferred. All the money, the $10 million he sent with to Livingston to use, that has been handed over. So he really has to do what he can with this land. So he's going to hire individuals to go and explore the area. He's going to be the first one to suggest that there should be a place for, specifically for natives to go. So areas where the native population can be set aside. So these reservations for them. He's also going to suggest that relocated slaves, individuals who are freed, what they could do is push them off into the far reaches as well. So some of the people he's going to send to explore the Louisiana Purchase, Lewis and Clark are the most well-known individuals. Meriwether Lewis and William Clark, their goals will be a scientific exploration to the Pacific coast. they are to map out the lands and the rivers. So it's this maroon line you can see here on this map. And also to declare U.S. sovereignty over any tribes that they find along the Missouri River. The trip, they will leave May of 1804 from Wood River near St. Louis. Originally, they are supposed to leave from Cape Girardeau, but there is a feud going on between the mayor of Cape Girardeau and that of William Clark. So the mayor won't let William Clark get off the boat. He threatens to shoot him if he steps 1 foot off the boat. So they decide to leave from St. Louis. So they're going to leave from St. Louis. It takes them 6 months to get all the way to here, to Fort Clatsop. In the spring, they're going to hire Sacagawea and her husband, who is a white fur trader. In winter of 1805, this is when they are going to reach Fort Clatsop. They're going to winter there for a few months, and then in the spring of 1806, everything is thawed out, and they're going to head home. All in all, it will take 28 months. They're going to cover over 8,000 miles along their trip. Another individual that is an explorer is Zebulon Pike. Let me move myself down here. So Zebulon Pike is this yellow line you can see here. That's all the areas that Zebulon Pike went. He's an American soldier and an explorer. He mapped the southern portion of the Louisiana Purchase in July of 1806. While he is near El Paso, when he gets to the Rio Grande, the Spanish believe that he is a spy and an invading force. Since he is a military leader, he has a lot of troops with him in the exploring. So he's going to be captured by the Spanish, and they're going to go to Santa Fe, New Mexico. Pike talked with Spaniards and gained knowledge of the American Southwest. He learned of the Mexican discontent with that of Spanish rule. Mexico wants to break off and be its own country as well. So in July of 1807, there is going to be an individual who is talking with the commandant at that time, explaining that he's just Zebulon Pike is just an explorer, that he should be released and sent back. So they're going to walk him and his troops all the way to the edge of their territory, back into the Louisiana Purchase, back into New Orleans, and release there, and tell him, don't ever come back. So the Spanish are really protective of their territory. The last person is Stephen Long. He's a scientific explorer. He went up the Platte River. That's a blue line here on your map. Eventually, he will cover 26,000 miles in 5 separate expeditions. He's an engineer, and because of this, he has a different way of looking at exploration. He's interested in searching for order in the natural world. He works with modern technology of the time to make sure that everything is going well. He also looks at the geography of the areas where he is, look at the way rock is, the silt in the area, and technologically he's going to use different things to help with looking at the area, what it could be used for, versus just, hey, this is what's here. So he can give suggestions to Thomas Jefferson about what can be done. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to go to slide 7.3, where we're going to talk about the War of 1812.